the significance of the optics of the move. Dr. Michael Szanto, global economy expert, joining us now live from Miami, Florida. Thank you very much, Dr. Szanto, for your time. What are the reasons Moody's is citing? Is it only the war and any good things perhaps it had to say, maybe, to soften the blow?
Well, I think it's looking at the geopolitical situation. It's looking at the war with Hamas and Gaza, of course. It's looking at, potential expansion of the war with Hezbollah and the Houthis, of course. Going before the October 7th atrocities, of course, very divisive political environment was already making the global business community nervous because of the fact that key technology talent could get nervous and might not stay in Israel. So there was that also going into the war.
And let me just update you and our viewers, Dr. Szanto, that the Israeli finance minister is reacting this minute for the first time to this downgrade, dismissing Moody's decision, calling it a political, pessimistic, far-fetched manifesto. And let me ask you that. What are the practical ramifications of a credit downgrade? Will it trigger a domino effect? Will others follow suit?
Well, the other agencies may follow suit. I don't think there's going to be a domino effect. Israel is a very strong country economically, militarily, and socially, just not at Israel's top point in history, or at least the last 10, 20 years. I don't think there will be any domino effect. But what we do need to see is the U.S. House, to pass the $14 billion of aid. That will give Israel the assistance at this critical moment. It's critical for U.S. and Israeli interests. But I don't see this downgrade as leading to some domino effect, because Israel's not that economically or financially vulnerable. So I wouldn't worry too much about the downgrade. I wouldn't attack the rating agencies, because to a certain extent, that's attacking the messenger. Yeah. It is a tough time. We know that. But the thing is to move ahead and to be prepared to build Israel's economy after Hamas terrorists are defeated.
And Dr. Szanto, what can be done now once we've seen this downgrade taking place, with this outlook being dubbed negative, and a tough yet necessary question, especially now in light of this comment by the finance minister: could anything have been done to prevent that?
I mean, going into the October 7th atrocities and the war, the divisive political environment caused concern as far as whether it could undermine Israel's tech sector. And I don't think that attacking the rating agency, which I don't think is completely off base, as far as I could tell, of course, we can pour over it over the next few days, is helpful, but doesn't really hurt either. I think that the tech sector, for example, is one of Israel's strengths. The global Jewish community is a strength. Even Jews from Russia fleeing oppression in Russia, that can be a strength, as it has been in the past. That was a key part of the economic growth of Israel in the last couple of decades. So I think focusing on our strengths, winning the war against Hamas and defeating Iran, that's the military side. The economic side is this war will end, and Israel needs to continue being good at what it's good at. And one of the strengths is technology, and also being a place of strong rule of law, a country that big banks can trust to make responsible economic decisions.
Mr. Dan Perry here in studio. The optics, not PR, but the geopolitical meaning of that?
Moody's decision specifically said that part of their thinking is that the government has no end game in Gaza and could last forever. And of course, the war could extend to the north. It is, of course, political, but not irrelevant. And by the way, Israel's GDP was expected to grow before the previous election by 4% in 2024. That has been amended to less than 2% because of the nature of this government. It's now going to fall by 1.5%. And they're extending the time that people can be mobilized by 3, which will very much hurt the economy and hurt the tech sector. The immediate effect of the lowering of the credit rating is that Israel will pay more in interest to borrow money, when it already has a tremendously growing deficit. I wouldn't in any way be sanguine about this. It is absolutely a sign of the negative aspects of interminable war, where people don't see anything resembling a political horizon.
All right. On that positive note. Dr. Michael Szanto, global economy expert, joining us from Miami, Florida. Thank you very much for this.